Chapter 14, Punishment. Now playing as Levy. You're in your office, elbows deep in Grant's divorce case. When your office phone rings, the direct line. Hello, Levy. I'm in my home office with an unexpected guest. Your sub. What has she done this time? Breaking and entering. Petty theft. Wait, what? What do you mean this time? You can hear the low murmur of voices behind Ellie, and I have no doubt it's Ella trying to talk her way out of this. I caught her in my kitchen interrogating my staff. I have half a mind to call the police. Ella is a reporter. This is a professional problem, not a personal one. She works for Nerve. That's not a comfort to me, Levy. You realize I'm running a re-election campaign, yes? I called you as a personal courtesy. You know how touchy I am about people poking their noses into my business. After everything I went through with Peter, don't you remember how PIs he had following me? Of course I remember. I'm the one who got them all fired. It's bad enough that I have to pretend to get along with Peter in public for the sake of my career. You can tell that an apology won't be enough to get Ella out of this mess. I should have known this would happen after the way she interrogated me last night. Let me make it up to you. I've been meaning to make a donation to your re-election campaign. Why? Levy, is this a bribe? Well, not if you ask me on the record. Not if you ask me on the record. It's perfectly legal. I would never ask you for political favors. A man like you doesn't ask for much, does he? I'm wiring a donation from my firm to your pack as we speak. I think you'll be satisfied with the amount. You wait for the transfer to go through, then smirk as you hear Ellie's sharp intake of breath. This is very generous. If you weren't planning to attend my black tie fundraiser this Saturday, you are now. I have to honor my biggest donors after all. Bring Ella. Count us in. I'd like to speak to her if you don't mind. You can hear muffled voices as Ellie gives Ella the phone. You're gonna go straight home and await your punishment, understand? Yes, sir. On your way home, you have Anderson stop at one of your favorite shops. Not just the necessities, you head back where the real toys are kept. Mr. Thorne, your luck. We have just got a new shipment of handmade products from Italy. She leads you to a corner with a beautifully crafted harness and foggers. A sling of mannequins catch your eye. That looks like it would offer the exquisite torment that my sub deserves. Good eye. A few minutes harnessed in a shoulder sling and your sub will be begging for mercy. You can already envision the pair of you strapped into the sling together. You nod decisively. This is just a thing to show Ella what you do to subs who disobey orders. I'll tell you. I'd give anything to know what your sub did to deserve this. She put me in a difficult position and I intend to return the favor. Interesting. Never seen one of those. You collected the shoulder sling to your collection. The moment Ella's door swings open, you push past her into the apartment. Levy, I can explain. Ella, go ahead. Try and talk your way out of this one. I didn't do anything technically illegal. I only asked a few questions. If Ellie hadn't walked in, no one would have known I was there. You push off the wall and approach her purpose in your every echoing footstep. But she did, and now here we are. You know what has to happen to you now, don't you? She drops her gaze to avoid the fire burning in your own. Yes, sir. You have to punish me. You slide a finger underneath her chin, forcing her head up. I have to teach you. If you want to be a dom, you'll need to know how to match the punishment to the crime. Get in the dungeon strip. I want you ready for me by the time I join. When you arrive in the dungeon, even though the thing that we just bought isn't there in the corner, Ella is kneeling in the middle of the room in nothing but her sub-collar. I'm ready for my punishment, sir. You set the bag containing your earlier purchase on the floor. Oh, well, I go. Okay, makes sense, I guess. Enjoying the way Ella eyes it curiously. Typically in the past, it's just been there. What kind of torment is waiting for me in there? Watch and see. You slowly begin unpackaging the slow shoulder sling, exaggeratingly every movement to make her squirm in anticipation. She struggles to sit impatiently as you set up the mannequin in the corner and pull the harness out of the box. I think I know what it does, but I could be wrong. I think her legs go on the bottom part and she's harnessed to you. Now it's there. You run your hands over the supple leather as you slip the harness over your shoulders. You want me to strap into that? What I want for you is to stop asking questions and do as I say. She nods her assent, looking beautifully charinged. You walk over and pull her up from the ground. Put your legs in the strap. I won't let you fall. You grip her thigh to steady her as she follows your instructions, your fingers dimpling her luscious skin. She leans against you for balance as she slides her other leg into the sling and you buckle her in around the waist. If this is punishment, you cut her off with a buck of your hips, which rams her body hard against yours. The friction is electric. You haven't seen anything yet. And none of us else will either because of YouTube, you know how to... The most important part of tonight's lesson is learning about why you're being punished. I thought it was because I snuck into Ellie's house. That's the literal reason, yes, but there's more to it than that. Your hands itch to begin playing with the round swells of her behind, but you hold yourself back. Your real transgression was embarrassing me in public, not getting permission first. I mean, she was doing her job, but the fact that she involved you... Well, no, she didn't, because Ellie walked into the kitchen and knew who Ella was, so... I guess we could go for permission. I thought we covered this last night. You don't sneak around behind my back ever. I was doing my job, I swear. My boss. I'm the only boss you need to worry about. You pause just long enough for her to say her safe word before carrying her to bed. Let go of me. Why? What are you gonna do to me? I'm gonna show you what it means to be at my mercy. Do it. She lets go and falls back on the bed. You run your hands up her thighs, enjoying the way the straps dig into her skin. The sling forces her hips to press against yours, her legs spread wide, her body opening up like a flower before you. Have you been a bad girl? Pretty much it was bounce you go out while very quick. The only way to establish trust is if your sub knows exactly how to get what they want, even punishment. And I know just what my little lamb wants. Oh, okay. It was quick and painless. Except for her. Does this mean you're not angry anymore? I was never angry, Ella, just determined to teach you a lesson. Now let me finish taking care of you. Because remember, aftercare is important. Ella is deliciously soft and sleepy as you lay her down on the bed and begin massaging her muscles. I got greedy with the story, first in your study and then in Ellie's house, I'm sorry. In between your slow, gentle strokes, you lean down and kiss one of the light bruises forming on her skin. It doesn't matter how much you misbehave, our session already covered all that. Taking care of you now is my reward. Massage her neck. You seat yourself near the top of the bed and draw her head into your lap with slow, soothing movements. You glide your fingers along her neck. That feels amazing. Good. After a session like that, I want you to feel safe and comforted. I do feel safe with you, Levy. I always have. The longer you take care of her, the more you practically see her adrenaline ebbing away. She turns an anxious face towards you, her beautiful mouth pointed, turned down in a pout. Are you sure I didn't ruin things between you and Ellie? I'm sure my sweet doctor donated a large sum to her campaign. Ella tenses in your arms, pushing against yours. I'm working on a campaign finance story, and you bribed a politician on my behalf? Ella, it has nothing to do with your story. You're looking into campaign finance abuse. I was already going to donate to Ellie's campaign. I saw a chance to benefit from that donation, and I took it. Okay, I trust you. Ella yawns sleepily into her fist, so you unfold yourself from the bed. After the day you had, you need a good night's rest. Yes, sir. I also want you looking best for Ellie's fundraiser on Saturday. You got tickets to that. I thought it was sold out for weeks. What are the perks of being a major donor? 7 o'clock sharp, Ella. Don't keep me waiting. You arrive to pick up Ella at exactly 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Good girl, all dressed and ready for me, aren't you? I wasn't sure what kind of dress to wear. I've never been to a black tie fundraiser before. You slide a hand around her waist. She gasps as you pull her towards her hips rocking against yours. If you're worried about the dress code, we could always dial it up a notch. In the bedroom, you throw up the closet doors, rifling through the fresh garment bags into the bag. I know you've had a few things delivered here before, things I see in shop windows, and think about tearing off of you. Finding what you're looking for, you hand Ella a hanger holding a ravishing blue gown. It's beautiful, but what about you? Don't worry, I keep a few spare outfits in the guest room closet just in case. You recall a particular ensemble you've been hoping to find an opportunity to wear. Looks nice. Black tie outfits? A man like me never knows when he might need to impress. Purchase the outfit bundle to unlock special looks for you and Ella for the fundraiser. I like her outfit. It's pretty. Help me change. Grab her by the waist and spin her. You drag the zipper of her dress down, kissing her back as the fabric pools on the floor. I never say no to helping you get naked. That's only half the job. Then allow me a moment to enjoy before we get to the other half. You let your hands along her curves, kissing her neck as you explore her lithe form. She lets out a soft moan. If we're not careful, we could get carried away. You let your lips linger just beneath her ear for a moment, and then pull back to slip the gown off the hanger. Then I'd have to punish you. Again. Don't tempt me. She takes the gown and slips into it. You help her zip it up. There, now you look as expensive as you taste. I feel expensive. You find your own outfit and get changed before returning to Ella. Yee. Now we're ready. I want to show you off tonight, and for there to be no mistake about who you're with. Ella is strangely quiet during the car ride, but her eyes open wide as you step out of your destination. Isn't the fundraiser at the Museum of Science and Industry? Why are we at a train station? It's an interactive exhibit of a refurbished historical train. It will take us to the museum. Oh wow, Senator Brown really pulls out all the stops. I can't believe we got to be a part of this. The train's whistle blows a final boarding call. You flash your tickets to the conductor as you step inside. The entire car has been outfitted in rich velvets and decadent veneers of the late 19th century. Wow, it's like stepping back in time. With any luck, Ellie stocked the bar with vintages to match. Your familiar chuckle to your right. As a matter of fact, I've got an 1880 Beaujolais that'll make you weep. She leans in and presses a quick kiss on your cheek before turning her attention to Ella. Well, Levy, aren't you going to officially introduce me to your companion? Ella, I'd be delighted. You flash her a charming smile, well aware of the game you both need to play at an event like this. Ellie, this is the woman I'm seeing, Ella Sullivan. Ella, this is Senator Ellie Brown. But we've already... Yep, you literally are innocent. Ellie cuts Ella off with a gracious handshake, leaning in. It's lovely to meet you. Ellie grabs 2 glasses of champagne from a passing tray and hands them over before taking one for herself. You two look phenomenal. Promise me you'll pose for the event photographer. I want the event coverage to show off the most elite supporters, and you two certainly look the part. Ella flutters her eyelashes demurely, clearly pleased by the praise. If you insist. Anything to help the campaign. If you'll excuse me, I have to smooth my way through 50 more people before this train arrives. She nods at Ella, a real smile touching her lips this time. If you work on my house staff was any indication, you'll make one hell of a journalist, Ella. Thanks, Senator. That means a lot coming from you. You watch Ellie make her way through the crowd, playing the role of gracious politician with ease. I think that went well, don't you? She was a lot nicer to me than the last time we met. Ella, politicians have thick skins. Said no one ever. Money talks, especially in these circles. I think I'm starting to realize that. You top you off your glasses in hopes that it'll help Ella relax and enjoy herself, but she barely touches her drink. Is something wrong with the champagne, Ella? I can grab you something else from the bar if you'd like. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. You fight to keep a frown off your face. Ella's a lot more subdued tonight than usual. I like it when she's submissive, but this is too far. What's gotten into her tonight? You glance at the far end of the train car, where a door leads to a car beyond. You know, Ella, most people don't know it, but this is a fully interactive experience. Her eyes brighten, and you know you've piqued her interest. So there's more than drinks and small talk beyond those doors? The train's a full historic recreation, complete with plenty of nooks, crannies for wayward passengers to get lost in. My sense of direction is awful on trains. Explore the train with Ella. Then you'll just have to follow my lead. You take her by the hand and lead her through the door, further into the train. After passing a few hallways lined with small compartments, you stumble into a luxurious sleeping car. Are you sure we're allowed back here? I don't see anyone else exploring the exhibits. You surprise a smile at her hesitation. Pushing her out of her comfort zone has always been a good way to see her feisty side. We're here now. Let's see what this car has to offer. And find out what's really going on in that beautiful mind of yours. You just have to push the right buttons. She still looks a little reluctant, but steps forward to read a plaque on the wall. This car is a historical recreation, one used by F. Scott Fitzgerald and Zelda Sari. Fascinating, isn't it? I think so, but it doesn't seem like your kind of thing. Why? Because there's no padding or paddle involved? No, I didn't mean... You step close, forcing Ella back up against the wall. You press a finger under her chin. If I wanted, I could have this whole train stopped and ask the conductor to escort you off the premises. Levy, if this is some kind of trick... Go on. If this is a trick, what will you do to me? Ella looks as though she can't decide whether to roll her eyes or answer you. That's it, Ella. Fight back. Does everything with you have to be some sort of lesson? You're the one who wanted to learn to be a dom. You don't back down by so much as an inch. I would have been happy to have you on your knees for me forever, remember? She tries to push past you, but you block her with your arm. Not so fast. I still want to hear how you think you can punish a man like me. She gasps as you lift her hand to her throat, your fingers itching to feel her soft skin. You start to tug her neckline down when you hear the sound of voices from the next car over. Wait, what if someone interrupts us? I'll push you up against the door and have you in front of the whole damn train if I have to. The train takes a sharp turn, pushing you against Ella with such force that you tighten with sudden longing. When you speak, your voice is a low growl. Come here. Now. Back Ella across the compartment until her legs hit the bed. A sign marks this area as off limits, but you don't care. You place a hand in the center of her chest and push her gently to the bed. Lovey, we aren't allowed to touch the exhibits. You climb onto her, pinning her to the mattress. I don't care. All I care about is touching you. And I mean the real you, not the shadow I've been spending the night with so far. You drop your mouth to the side of her neck and start kissing your way up her jawline. Levy. You silence her by claiming her mouth with your own. She opens up to you, her tongue tangling with yours. Just as I thought, you're submissive and meek now today I met you. I'll show you how meek I can be. You pull back with a start when you feel a sharp pressure of her teeth against your lower lip, and you crack a smile. There she is. I was wondering how far I'd have to go to find her again. You're an asshole sometimes, Levy, you know that? Well, it sounds like you'd better do something about it. You smirk down at her, your intense gaze holding her mischievous one. If you don't like what you see, it's up to you to change things. Go ahead, I dare you. She flicks her gaze over you, Basur, deciding to fight fire with fire. Fine, there's more than one way to tame an overbearing dom. You promise? You lean forward to kiss her shoulder. She sighs into your touch. Levy, please. I'll do anything you want. You know I will. I want you to sit still and be quiet. You haven't earned the right to make demands. You'll sit there and take what I give, and you'll like it. She surges eagerly forward as you trace a line along her collarbone with your tongue. Yes, sir. Her breath quickens as you continue laughing at her, shifting to keep pace with the bucking of her hips. Much better. You know how I like it. The rocking of the train matches the rocking of your bodies as you and Ella fall deeper into the bed. Levy, we can't. This is a historical artifact. It's hundreds of years old. I don't care if Caesar himself slept here. When you're beside me, pleasure is all that matters. Yes, whatever you want. From the frantic way Ella starts meowing, you know you could make her, right now. Leave her. You step back and straighten your clothing, leaving her cold in your absence. You're stopping now. Isn't that what you wanted? You said we shouldn't do it here. I mean, I guess I did say that. You start tidying the wrinkled fabric at her hips before tucking a wayward strand of hair behind her ear. So, you want me to do as you ask or not? Her brows knit as she realizes what you're doing. She pushes herself up from the pillows. You did this on purpose. No. Her outrage is so appealing that you lean in and kiss the end of her nose. And I'll do it again as many times as I want, little lamb. Her eyes kindle as she realizes she's been beaten, a defiant smile on her lips. Yes, sir, you win. This time. I win every time. Unless I don't want to. A short time later, the train pulls up to the museum. There's a buzz of excitement in the air as everyone disembarks. That was fun. I could ride a train with that luxurious all the way across the country. You drop your mouth to her ear, your breath curling like a warm hand around her neck. That's not the only thing you could ride. That's all I'm saying. You lean closer and brush your lips against hers. She parts her mouth to let you in, but you pull away, taking her hand and leading her instead. Re-elect Ellie Brown, State Senator. Illinois State Senator. I thought she was I thought we were in New York. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just saying. Now that we're here, there's just one rule you have to follow. No working allowed. I wasn't planning to work tonight. There's no need to be so dramatic. She stopped short as you both hear a familiar voice at a nearby table. I wouldn't have missed this for the world, Ellie. You know how I love local politics and an open bar. Your stomach drops. What the hell is Natalia doing here? You already know the answer to that. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add down to the description of the video. Plenty of cool things to check out there and ways to be a part of this community, support this channel, this community, and yeah. Without further ado, let me say the following. Right here. That's all I have to say. Like, I'm a content creator. I'm a streamer. Literally and figuratively, this is a receipt from how much it will cost each and every one of you to support this channel. I want you to take a long look at that for a moment, and I want you to literally see that. $0, 0 cents, 0, period. A little bit of effort. You are what literally makes and breaks a content creator. That's it. It's literally that. That's literally it. Leaving comments, sharing content, sharing with your friends, telling people about the channel, things like that. Going on social media, or, you know, seeing that, say, hey, man, someone else does this kind of content. Man, you should really check them out. Maybe you two could collab or whatnot. I mean, literally, viewers of different communities and whatnot literally can bring content creators together and do collaborations or anything else. There's so many things that you can do for free. Literally and figuratively. Like, I know a lot of you are very smart. Smarter than me. How about that? Especially in terms of, like, who, what, when, where, and why. Right? So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Love you beautiful faces. Look forward to the new book that'll be soon up. But, you know, unless you already are watching this hours and hours later, and I'm sure it's already up by now. So, thanks again for watching. Peace out.